What is up? I thought I'd be done with my ice cream, and I'm not. So you might be watching me chew on some ice cream. I thought I'd be done with my. Turn off the audio and pop out the chat because I like YouTube's chat better than StreamYard's chat. StreamYard's chat is about 25 freaking minutes behind. So, yeah. This I do have to answer. The guy keeps sending me what? Ah, boy. Anyway, what's up, folks? Life, general, people. What's up, Vince? How is life? Are you working? Yeah. We can do this. And then pin message. Message pinned. Okay. What is up, J5WE3D? J5We3D? I don't know what's it supposed to be. Yeah, super busy. Ice cream. Good ice cream. I thought I'd have it all gone, but it's coffee ice cream with chocolate chips. It is freaking awesome. Anyway, what's up, world? I'm sore, tired, and I don't care. My CNC will not be streaming tomorrow because I still haven't gotten a frame. So they sent it in multiple boxes, which I figured. And the small box with the electronics, and I haven't even opened it yet. I'm assuming it's all the electronics and bolts and nuts and all that. You nabbed it for one of Joel's streams. Oh, cool. What's up, non-fam? Yeah. All the nuts and bolts, and I'm assuming the electronics and all that is in this, it's still a pretty big box, but it's small in comparison to the frame. The frame's 5 foot long, so imagine it's a 6 foot box. One thing I will say, Open Builds, every time I've ordered anything, like all the extrusions for this came from Open Builds, anything with wheels on it. It is so overpacked. I mean, not only do they wrap it, but like with the extrusions, if they're really long, because I bought these all and then cut them, they were all 2.5 meter or 1.5 meters, whatever it was. They were really long. They were big. And they like pack like 4 inches of foam and stuffing on each end cap too. So there's no way those things are getting beat up. I mean, they literally have to like try and damage them. Anyway, the box is still in New Jersey. So they sent me the box, sent me a tracking number. I'm watching the tracking. It was supposed to come today. It came yesterday. The little box came. Everything says it's done. I'm like, freaking email Open Builds real quick and say, I don't have a frame. They're like, oh, we're real sorry. The frame comes in a separate box. Here's the tracking for the other. We should have sent you both trackings, whatever. And, yeah, the frame's sitting in New Jersey still. Not happy. It's the last time it was scanned. Now, I have had that happen before, especially with the big boxes that piss them guys off, the delivery off, where they'll move them around and they just don't get scanned properly. So it could like be 3/4 of the way here and just not been scanned. But I know they don't do the standard shipping with something that big. It goes like slow-mo pickup truck. All I know is it better get here freaking soon. It was a lot of money. The only reason I bought that one, I mean, it's nice, but it's not really. The one I wanted was the Queen Bee. And if you wanted to look up CNCs, the Queen Bee is from Bulkman, but they're in China. Now, Bulkman, just if you don't know who they are, they're actually the Chinese manufacturer for all of Open Build stuff, from what I understand. All their extrusions, all their bolts, pretty much everything comes from Bulkman. They're like a partnership. Open Builds is the U.S. distributor of Bulkman stuff, basically. That's what I gather. I don't know if that's actual or not. It's the information I've seen and stuff points to that. Anyway, Bulkman makes one. Now, these are all based on the Work-B, which is an open source, aluminum extrusion CNC that there's a different one. There's a Work-B in Europe that's selling as a kit from somebody there. Open Builds just names it the Open Builds lead screw, but it's exactly the same thing. But the Queen Bee, if you order it from Bulkman out of China, is quite a bit cheaper, but not, and I'll explain in a minute. It's quite a bit cheaper, like $1,000 cheaper. And instead of a router, it comes with an actual spindle with speed control. It comes with linear rails, like big ass beefy ones. All the lead screws are under tension. It uses, there was something else. It uses larger extrusions, a few other things. A lot of it's minor. The lead screw was a big one, and the actual spindle was a big one for me. And it's almost $1,000 cheaper until you go to ship it. What's up, Matt? The minute you go to ship it, it is $850 to ship it. So it ends up being about $200 less. But it has lead screws, and it has an actual spindle, and it has a few other minor, has a better control. Actually, I do like the Open Builds black box controller. I did a lot of research on this. Everybody loves that open box or black box by Open Builds. Open Builds has their own controller board, and it's not really the board, it's the box they put it in and the way they lay it out and the software they use, and they pre-program it and everything. And everybody I've talked to that uses it said the black box is freaking awesome. It's just really well laid out. The software and firmware on it is just really well done. It's all based on Gerbil. It's kind of like Marlin. Marlin's based on Gerbil, from what I understand. Anyway, it's just really well done. So I was going to do the black box anyway. So I was going to come out the same price pretty much because the black box is an extra $200. But anyway, it was all 6 of one, half a dozen the other. The problem is it's coming from China. Literally, we went and ordered it from Bulkman, and Bulkman emailed right back like within 10 minutes of me and my brother ordering the thing and said, "Are you sure? Where you guys are in the States?" And he's like, "I'm about 2 weeks out from boxing it and, mailing it out." He's like, "I make them to order. I don't have them pre-made." And with shipping and COVID and everything, he says, "I'm about 2 weeks out from my end." And then with the whole boat stuck in the thing, all the shipping has been backed up, even though it's gone now. Everything's backed up and misconstrued, and shipping is all screwed up, and alternate routes have been taken. What did I win from Creality today? I didn't win anything from Creality today. Why? Why would I win anything from Creality? Anyway, Bulkman's like, he's like, "You're 8 weeks out minimum." And I'm like, I can't wait that long. So I ordered the Open Builds instead of the Bulkman one, which I'm not too happy about. But in the long run, they're pretty much the same thing. So if I decide I want to put the linear rails in, and the Open Build one's a little bit bigger. If I want to, I can get the linear rails for it from Bulkman. I have a working machine at this point. So we'll see how that goes. But now I'm waiting for the frame, which is why I ordered from Open Builds, is so I wouldn't have to wait. Here I am waiting for it. 6 of one, half a dozen the other. You just can't win. What is up, Mr. Travis? How is life, everybody? How is your Friday? Somebody come join. Come hang out. Yak a bit. Well, I eat the last of my ice cream before it all melts. Sergio, jump in here, Sergio. Pinned on the top. Come hang out. Need somebody besides me babbling on my paint-stained T-shirt. I just noticed that. I usually try and not wear these when I'm streaming, but oh well. It is what it is. I'll just do this, and you can't really see it. I'll cover my fat tummy. So, on the positive side, it's giving me more time to lay out, clean, build. I got to build a big-ass table for this thing to sit on. So I was going to start building the table today, and when I found out it wasn't coming today, I said, screw that, and I literally, gutted my garage. Atlantic City, Sergio, what are you, on vacation there, buddy?
What's up, man?
What are you doing in Atlantic City? That place is a slime pit.
That's where I am.
Why are you in Atlantic City? Vacationing?
Yeah, I needed a break, man. Been working too hard.
Going to Trump Towers, are you?
No, that almost doesn't exist anymore. It's almost down to the ground.
Oh, did they tear it down? I know they were talking about it. I didn't know if they actually were going to do it.
Yeah, they're actually still taking it apart.
That's sad. I mean, I didn't make it no stink that I don't like the guy, but it was a cool place. I've been there a couple times.
Oh,
it was fun.
Oh, it was. I tell you what. After the first year, the first year I went there, I didn't win much, but after that, man, it was great. I practically couldn't lose.
Yeah. Well, I always looked at it when any of the casinos, like the Mohegan Sun's right down the road for me, and I used to go once in a while there. But I'm not one of those. I don't go to gamble to have, win money. I go to the casinos and I have a set. Yeah, I have a set amount of money.
Exactly.
$200, $400, whatever. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I've gone to the bars and hang out, and by the time you buy beers for everybody and dinner and, back then, some pot or some Coke or whatever. You're out $400 anyways for a Friday night. So just to go to New York, to go down to the casinos, again, they're local now, so that's why I never go down there. But I used to go there once in a while. If I, in a 24-hour time, if I spend $400 and have a good time,
yeah,
you spend that on any vacation.
I'm here. I got here a couple hours ago, and I'm here till all day tomorrow, and then Sunday morning early. I leave about 5 a.m. Drive back to Maryland.
Well, you guys are supposed to be nice tomorrow too, right? It's supposed to be like the nicest day of the year so far.
Tomorrow, yeah. I mean, Sunday.
Oh, see, Sunday we're supposed to get rained on.
It's supposed to get up near 80, I think, on Sunday.
Yeah, we're supposed to be warm, but we're getting all rain.
Yeah. I got to walk inside. If I lose you, it's because I'm walking inside. It's cold. I only have a shirt on. It's starting to get chilly out here. Here, I'll introduce you to the casino. They're going to give me, they're going to take my temperature now.
Yeah, they'll make you shut off the video too.
He's going to take my temperature. Yeah. There you go. See, I'm good. I'm going in.
I'm surprised they're letting you stream. You're not supposed to stream inside the casino.
I know. That's why I'm going to cut it off in a minute as soon as I walk right inside.
Yeah, they might make
I'll see you guys. Everybody take care. Have a good day. Somebody come join Llama. He needs some company.
Yeah, come hang out. Now that my ice cream's done. That is really good ice cream. Mocha chip. coffee ice cream with chocolate chips. It is freaking awesome. I want more. Anyway, so yeah, cleaning out the garage. I actually cut some shelving back. I have really fancy shelving. I shouldn't call it fancy. It's nothing fancy about it other than I actually bought lumber racks. And instead of putting lumber on them, I put shelving on them. Because believe it or not, for that kind of shelving that can handle that kind of weight, it's actually the cheapest way to go. I just use scrap, plywoods and particle boards and stuff like that for the actual shelving. It's all hodgepodgey mismatch, but who cares out in the garage? But anyway, I had 24 feet of it, and I just cut, 6 feet of it off, 5 feet of it off, so I could put the CNC in that corner if I want. I still haven't decided exactly where I'm going to put it. I wanted to put it upstairs in the garage, but there's no air conditioning and no insulation and no anything yet. And I cleaned it all up, which is okay. I'm glad I did it anyways. But I cleaned the whole upstairs, like the whole thing. Oh, the whole apartment area got freaking scrubbed. Windows got cleaned, walls got scrubbed, and there's studs. I scrubbed the studs. Floors all got vacuumed and cleaned, all the stuff. All my mother's crap up there got moved around and cleaned and wiped down and covered in plastic again. Lots of plastic and dry rotted. Anyway, was doing that last couple of days. It's like 60 out, 55, 60 out. Inside that garage, it was like 85, 90 upstairs because it's all inside the roof line. It's all cathedral ceilings and crap. I was like, you know what? Unless I insulate the room, which is, a couple of grand, I'm not going to be able to run that thing up there during the day. Another, couple of weeks, it's going to get hotter or not. It's going to get hotter from here on out. Where the lower section with the concrete floors and everything and basically the insulation of the upstairs from it stays fairly cool pretty much all summer. It doesn't really get that hot in that garage. Unless it's screaming hot out. But so it looks like I'm going to be running it downstairs in my bay. So my van is going outside for now. Anyways. So yeah, tomorrow is finished cleaning. My brother's supposed to be coming tomorrow. I haven't told him the thing isn't here yet. He's planning on coming, starting to build the thing, and it's not here. He actually bought it. My brother bought this thing, not me. He had it sent to me because he knows I'll figure out how to run it. It's actually my brother's CNC machine. He wants to it was a toy for him. He wants to retire, and that's a toy he's always thought was cool. And, he wants to, basically wants to retire and make knickknacks and sell them and, not make money, but, make some money. Basically pay for it, have the hobby pay for itself and then some. And hopefully save the house. If we can't save the house, we can move it to his house. His house is big enough. There's more space here and it's better set up for it. And we're trying to save the house. And I know, generally how to use the thing. I mean, it's not much different than 3D printers. Yes, it's different, but it's close enough where I'll be able to figure it out in a week or so how it all works. Probably less. I'm figuring I'll have the thing. As soon as I get it built, I'll be able to carve, basic stupid things with it. I've already been looking at it. There's not a whole lot of difference. It's basically you follow the tool path instead of just letting you kind of have to generate the tool path instead of just letting the slicer do it.
Hey Lama, how are you?
Good. How are you? The other thing I
I'm
just
doing good.
realized is Repetir. You guys all know what Repetir is? It's like Octoprint for your Raspberry Pi.
Alright.
Have you ever heard of Repetir?
No.
I like it.
Sorry,
You should look
I'm
into
pretty
it.
new
I actually like
on
it
that.
better than Octoprint. I really do. I bought it. I spent the $50 and bought it. There's a free version like Octoprint that does all the stuff, but if you buy it, it's got a few more gizmo-y features. But when you
Cool.
buy it, it will also run a laser or a CNC.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Yes,
just
this
the
is
3D
4-in-1
printer.
tool. 4-in-1 tool you're talking about.
No, this is just it's like Octoprint. It's a controller through a
Oh.
Raspberry Pi. It's a Raspberry Pi, firmware, I guess, operating system that runs your printer. You use Octoprint, right?
I don't know. No, I don't use Octoprint. I use regular stock.
What do you use? The
Silver.
SD card and just stick it in the printer?
Yeah.
Well,
That's what
God,
I
get
do.
Octoprint, dude. Or get a Pi and either put Repetir or Octoprint on it. So much better.
Yeah, I'm not that far yet, so I'm still learning the machinery, etc. And
Yeah,
uh,
it actually makes learning easier. The bestest thing I ever did was put Octoprint on a printer. I mean, I like Octoprint. Don't get me wrong. I'm just playing with them both. I went to Repetir on that one like a year ago. I was just testing it out. I put Repetir on this, took it off, went back to Octoprint for a while just to see what the difference is. And there's some advantages to Octoprint, mostly the camera. Repetir won't do the camera unless you pay for it. The free version of Repetir won't do a camera. But I
yeah.
just paid for it because it's going to do. I think I'm going to plug it in the CNC. I'm not absolutely positive, but my brother's like, if you think it'll work, just buy it. Okay, dude, it's your money. So I now have a license for Repetir.
Astro Printer got a new printer not too long ago, or is getting one. I think it's an exchangeable part. You just take off the head and then you stick another head on top, and
Yeah, there's a
you have
lot
a
of those out.
CNC, FDM printer, and like 4 different machine laser cutter and
Yeah, but that's not a CNC like I'm getting. I'm getting a real CNC. That's some.
a big one.
This thing is, yeah, it's 1,500 millimeters cubed.
Wow.
It's huge. 5 foot.
Wow.
It's got a 5 foot working area. Full sheet of plywood width. Half a sheet of plywood length.
Guess what problem I have?
What's that?
Just by looking at this, you see the line right there?
Yep, I see. It's all. There's a few of them.
Yeah. What do you think it is? On one side, I don't have, like right there. You see? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, it's still there though. I can sort of see it. It's not as old though.
It's almost like a layer shift, I think, and I think
Yeah,
it
but
must
it's
be my
not.
belt.
It's almost like a jam spot. That could be the slicer. I've seen slicers do that, where they don't. What's your layer height? If it's an odd number,
0.8.
huh?
0.8.
Oh, because a lot of people they'll put like 0.15 and not realize your printer can't do 0.15. It can do 0.16 or 0.14. It can't really do 0.15. So it'll do like 0.14 for a couple and then do a 0.16 and then do 0.14 for a couple and that will cause that kind of thing. It'll cause that ribbing in it because it really can't do 0.15. I mean, it can, but it gets jittery and it'll compensate for it in a slicer. So I was told. I don't know the specifics of it, but that's what I was told. And I used to get it all the time, and I just started using 0.14, 0.16, 0.18, 2.0, 2.2, just always an even number because that's a full step basically on the stepper motor instead of having a micro step on the Z. It don't like to micro step in a Z because when you're micro stepping, the motor's actually twitching the whole time. It's never actually 100% stable. It's always on, off, on, off, on, off because it can't sit proper. Anyway, I don't know. Do they all do it at the same height?
I can't follow you with certain things, Llama, because I have no experience in that. I'm sorry.
With what? Oh, you can't understand my fast talking English?
Yeah, I'm too English disabled,
Are you getting the same thing on all the printers, or is it just the one printer?
Just this one printer.
Have you tried that same G code on a different printer?
Yeah.
And
It
it's
was
fine.
It was perfect. and I just think maybe my belters might be loose again.
Might
So
be, but that's
yeah,
weird. It would do it on Z like that for the whole layer and then clear up.
yeah, because it just shift to one side a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, I just did it like a few months ago, and uh, I mean the bells are like over a year old now on this machine. That's my oldest machine, and it has the same layer shift on this one, run about same height, I believe. I have to double check that actually.
The other thing could be is simply just having like some dirt on the lead screw where it's jamming it up. I've seen that before.
Uh, yeah, it's funny enough. The first layer didn't do it. It did on top 3 layers. And this is really nice. I give to a
Otherwise,
friend of mine. She got my best can, but this is a nice Fanta. I mean, it's really nice logo. I love it.
yeah, it looked good other than that layer shift in it.
Yeah, I mean, it still looks decent. I'll probably give it to my nephews. You know, they can play it
Yeah,
in the little toy shop what they have.
it's pretty much all you print now is lithophanes, huh?
Yeah, that's all what I do. Hey, that's what I'm known for, you know, and
Yeah.
you don't you don't get so much bullshit as like, oh, I can't sell this item because it's copyright because of this guy only lets you print it but doesn't want you sell it, you know. So with lithophanes, I can do whatever I want, almost.
Almost.
So yeah.
Actually, like Fanta's copyrighted too. You're not actually supposed to do that, but they won't care.
Yes, but this is called fan art, and I can get away with it as long as I
Yeah.
design it and
Yep.
you know.
Yep. Exactly. Agreed. Just don't try and do it with Disney.
Oh yeah,
They will go after you. They're douchebags about that sometimes. I just don't get some of that. I mean, I get it if you're doing an exact copy of something they're selling in one of their stores or something. That I get. But if you're doing fan art, all it does is make it gives it's advertisement for them.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I also made a Pepsi one. This one is really cool. Hold on.
Oh, that is cool. Dude, those are freaking awesome.
Oh, I think it came out really nice and no layer shifts. I still
Yeah,
have
that
to
came
clean
out
the
really
bottom up a little bit, you know, like,
good.
to get the edges a little bit. But this edge is anyway rough. It's supposed to be rough like that. But get a little bit some of the noobs off
I
the
like how
pimples.
you're doing the bottom so the light kind of fans up better. Never thought of doing that. You did like a grid on the bottom to keep it solid, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I love
basically
that.
support for the bottom I use, and I
Yeah,
leave the support in, and I don't take it out. So if people wants to take the support out, fine, go ahead, do it. But I think it's just better this way because you have a flat surface and you have, you know, it's just better. I think looks
yeah.
better,
I think
clean.
it looks awesome. It shines the way you do the light. It seems to even out the light for you better.
Hey, I even have a Heineken one.
A Heineken one.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
cool.
download this one of my on the Thinky Universe. So if you want to try it, but I recommend to do the top layer at least 4 to 5 mils thick. Otherwise, you have problems with the top.
Oh, right, because you're bridging the whole thing, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Because I don't use any support. I only use bottom support. And
Yep.
inside, I can't use any support. If I use inside support, then the light will not come through properly. And,
That's cool. Yeah,
yeah,
no, you
thank
can't
you.
light it if you got support. Unless you got some way you can break it out.
I even have a Budweiser one.
Budweiser.
And and if you like wine, and Blossom Hill in a can.
Blossom Hill.
Some Budweiser.
I never noticed that yours are so pronounced.
What do you mean pronounced?
Well, just every time I do them, the actual like lettering, I always try and make them thinner and stuff. And I think that's part of my problem with them is they come out and look muddy almost because the
I mean
like
those
text
didn't came
stuff
out
is
well.
big enough.
Didn't came out well because the lettering is too small of a writing, and the eagles didn't came out really well. I think. Eagle had a really hard trouble to do. Oh. I need to get myself something to drink. I'm getting cotton mouth here. I'm like drying up.
Well, you should probably do that then. Yep, I got to keep answering this stuff. I'm selling crap. I'm using Facebook Marketplace to sell a bunch of old tools and stuff. As I'm going through the garage, I'm looking at. I've got nail guns and stuff. Like for one, I've got 4 or 5 of everything from all my years of doing it. So I'm selling off some of the stuff I'm not using anymore. Like I got some of these guns that I haven't touched in 10 years. Like, why are these things in my garage? Why are they taking up space? I'm not using them. But the only bothering me is like I have a pass load. If you don't know what a pass load is, it's a real fancy. Before we had battery operated nail guns, you had pass loads, which were gas operated. But they're like $500 for these gas operated. They have a battery, but it's really small, and all it does is spark the gas. He wants to come at 11:30. Although, I might still be up. Anyway, they sell for like $500. Used, they're going for like $200 or $300. I put it on there for $75, and mine's in really good shape. It's like not all marked up. It doesn't have like crap all over it. I got multiple batteries. Everything's there. It all works. I got boxes of nails. Anyway, people keep trying to knock me down. I'm like, I make it very clear in there, like, look, I'm selling this ridiculously cheap to get rid of it to someone that's going to use it. I'm not. Don't try and offer me $40 for a $200 nail gun. It ain't gonna happen. I'll keep the damn thing first. When these guys keep going, oh yeah, I give you $40 cash right now. Your mic's off, dude. You're babbling away and your mic was off. It's off on StreamYards for some reason. There you go.
Okay.
Now you're really hissy. You turned it up too loud. You gotta turn it down, dude. You're way hissy.
Hear you now.
Hey, Tripod. Jump in, dude. Pinned
Yeah.
up on top. Come hang out. We need a tripod in the llama stream. Yeah, these guys are trying to like knock me down from $75 for a $200 nail gun. $200 used. They go for $200 used without batteries. I have 2 batteries, nails, gas cans, everything. The thing's ready to go. It fires right now. Jink. You don't even have to go out and buy anything. Nails, whole cases of nails. And they're like, oh yeah, I'll give you $40 cash. Like, no. I'm not going down. $75 is way too low as it is. Tripod in the car. Tripod is a black screen. There he is. Where are you driving
Hey,
to now?
tripod.
Yeah, I'm getting dinner.
Dinner.
What are you
Dinner
getting?
was hours ago.
What's that?
What you getting? Kentucky Fried
Portillo's.
Chicken? Oh, Portillo's.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Big beef.
I had hot dogs for lunch.
Big beef.
You know what happened to the dogs in the pound?
Mhm.
Hot dogs are.
So you're
I
trying to
like
sell a
hot
nail
dogs.
gun,
They're
huh?
delicious, but
So you're trying to sell a nail gun and people lowball you. Right? They happen
Well,
all
they
the
just,
time.
you know, so normally I expect it. You know what I mean? Like if it's $75, I'll put it for $100 and expect them to come.
Yeah.
Oh, you take $25 less. You just expect it. With the pass load, I want it gone. I want it to go to someone that's going to use it. You know, I don't want it someone that's just going to turn around and try and resell it. So I kind of like check them out because it's a particularly special gun. It's not something everybody wants. It's a very, you know, single use case type of air gun. It's not even an air gun. It's a gas gun. It's gas charge. You know, you got to really know what you're doing with it.
Peslo?
Huh?
Is it a Peslo?
Pass load, yep. It's a pass
What
load.
brand is it?
It's a pass load. It's a true,
Yeah.
real pass load.
Yeah.
But it's the angle head trim gun, which basically the only reason you need the angle head is to do crown molding. That's really all it's for. It's to do crown molding and like mold the crown molding on top of kitchen cabinets and stuff, or fancy dining room cabinets. You ever seen they always have the crown molding around the cabinet? That's what it's actually for.
so how's your family? Your mom?
Good, actually.
Good.
She's starting to come to the realization that she's out of freaking money and she's got to let me do some stuff to, you know, keep her in the house.
Yeah. I had a feeling with the Peslo gun. When you said gas charge, there's not many brands out there.
Yeah, Paslow is the only real one. There was a couple others that tried to. DeWalt for like a few years had a, you know, they literally used Paslow gas cans. But my neighbor has a bunch of them. She's freaking irritating me because she won't sell them. I used to work with her husband. He had framing guns and trim guns, all pass load. We all used pass load back in, you know, like late 90s, early 2000s, because there was no battery powered guns there is now. You know, it was either you ran an air cartridge or you ran a compressor or you had pass loads. That was it. And he has framing ones and everything back there. And he died like 15 years ago. She won't sell the damn things. They're sitting there rotting away. Which is just, I don't know. She's one of those. I mean, I can see hanging on to stuff for a year or two and, my husband's dead, blah, blah, blah. But we're at the point now. He's got an extend-a-hoe backhoe back there. A big, huge monster one. That thing, when he bought it, was worth about $50,000. it's probably still worth 20, and it's sitting back there with literally trees growing around it because it just hasn't been moved in 15 years. And she won't sell the thing. Just sits there, rotten. It's like somebody could be using that. It's not even that you need the money. It's that is a really nice piece of equipment. It's not. I don't know if you know what an extender hoe is, but it's a backhoe that the arm not only digs, but it can go out and reach and dig even farther out. And it's got like a 26-foot reach. It's big. I mean, this is no little lawn and garden backhoe. This is a monster. We dug foundations with it. And it was gorgeous. I mean, he kept the thing beautiful. And I want to say Matthew Ferguson. Can't even remember the name. It was English. That's all I remember. It was either English or French. I can't remember. But it was like a real, it wasn't like going out and buying a little piece of crap, one. This was like super fancy and had all kinds of control fanciness, and it was just a really nice backhoe to operate. It worked really well. It's just rotten. Just sitting back there rotting away.
No.
Probably needs 10 grand invested into it because all the hydraulics are probably all rotten out now.
The rubber.
Yeah, if you don't operate hydraulics, they go bad. They actually last longer by using them than they do sitting. All the hydraulic lines probably have to be replaced in it. Most of the pistons probably have to be reconditioned. I mean, it was just a beautiful backhoe. It was huge. I mean, he used to do the driveway with it. He could drag my whole half-mile driveway in like an hour. Drag the whole thing down, re-level it. It was gorgeous when he was running it. Because once a month, he re-leveled the whole damn driveway. Now it just rots. Sits back there and rots. Just don't get it. She's got all kinds of tools. $2,000 metal brake. I don't know if you guys know what a metal brake is, but like when you do vinyl siding and stuff, you do aluminum trim. It's actually sheet metal, and you bend it to custom fit the profile of whatever person's house is. And you use a metal brake, and it's just basically a big long clamp with a bender on it. But again, he didn't buy cheap. He bought the best one he could, multiple thousands of dollars for this metal brake. Full 8-footer, not even a 6-foot. It's a true 8. It's actually 8.6. It'll bend 8. Or 8.3, I think, actually. I think it's 8'3". Anyway, it can bend a full 8-foot sheet. And rotten. Just sitting back there rotting away. Sitting outside. Not even covered. Waste.
Yep.
Such a waste. Viking! Come hang out, Viking.
Yeah, Viking, come in.
Yeah, come hang out. See, even Matt wants you in here. What are you clearing up now, Matt?
Doing a Bacardi, cleaning it up right now.
Oh, Bacardi. Ooh. What do you do? Just photocopy these things and then make the pattern, or how do you get all the designs?
Yeah. I get them on the online, the pattern.
Oh, yeah.
And I have this program called Lupin, and I create them with that.
Cool.
It's easy once you know how to use the program.
Yeah, well, I've used the 3DP Rock or whatever it is that does the lithophane too. That works pretty well.
Yeah.
I like lithophanes. I do them every once in a while.
Still have to do a lot of grinding on it.
Well, knock that crap off.
Yeah.
Too bad you live so far away. I'd have you do one of these instead of a Bacardi. Barbacore.
Take the label off and send it to me.
It's from Haiti.
Yeah. See if you can get the label off in one piece.
Yeah, that's funny.
but maybe get like iron. You know what you iron your clothes with, and then put a lots of steam on top of it, and then steam it off, and then put it flat, and then put it on top of a scanner, and then send it to me, and I'll make you one for an STL file. If you want?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Then you got to do the whole bottle and everything.
Yeah. Bottle I can do too, but
It's got like
guess-
custom.
I-
It's got the
okay.
custom Haiti imprint up here and everything. It's not like US or normal.
Yeah, the problem is with bottles, they're unique. You see, bottles are what's it called? I think they're protected by law. Bottles.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, someday, maybe I'll just do it myself someday.
yeah, get a scanning device, scan the bottle in, and then take the label off, scan that in.
Captive screen. Why do you need a 7-inch captive screen? It's almost as big as my iPad.
Oh wow! I just can peel it off.
Oh, I'm getting tired now. What time is it? 9:15.
No, we have 2:00 in the morning, 2:15.
What the hell are you still doing up?
I can't sleep. I was already asleep for a couple hours, but I had a nightmare, and my PTSD keeps me awake all the time.
Yeah, I used to have that problem. I still have that problem. My problem is I wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, no matter what. I've tried getting up, staying up later so I can sleep later. I've tried going to bed earlier, and I just wake up at midnight. Like if I went to sleep now, I'd just be up in 3 hours.
Know the feeling.
Hey, I'm about ready to though. Holy crap! That was all like.
It's contagious yawning.
That's what I started streaming. I was like, wow, I'm wide awake, after working in the garage all day. And I was like, I was going nuts out there today. Because right around, 10:30, 11 this morning, I found out that thing wasn't coming. So I kind of altered my course and just started cleaning other areas in the garage. I just started freaking scrubbing the whole garage. And I was like, not just cleaning, but I was actually organizing my tools because I got all my father's tools out there too. From when, he first got sick, we took everything out of the basement. My father had a full workshop in the basement.
Wow.
When he got sick, I had to take his workshop and make that their apartment down there. So all his tools just got slammed out in the garage real quick in my bay. Got all mixed in with my tools. So I spent all day going through his tools and my tools and figuring out what I'm going to sell of mine or what I'm going to sell of his and what I'm going to keep and what I'm not, cleaning them all. They're all covered in cobwebs from the last year and a half. I haven't done crap out there in at least a year. So
I think my bottle came out pretty nice.
And vacuuming and blowing, and I literally started the day. You'll get a kick out of this. I opened up the bay for my garage, took my van out, opened the garage door out, put my leaf blower on, and took the leaf blower and started through the whole garage bay and just blew all the dust and dirt I could out the door.
That's not a bad idea.
There was a few things that went out with it, but it actually worked really well. I've done it before. I blow out my van once in a while that way too with a leaf blower. I take all the tools out of it and I just take a leaf blower to it when it's really nasty from, sawdust and crap from job sites back in the day.
Yeah.
I did my whole garage bay with it. It was funny. My neighbor was driving by in her tractor. She's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "I'm cleaning my damn garage." Done with the mess. Done with the dust. Done with the cobwebs. Done with the freaking squirrel poop everywhere. Gotta get them squirrels out of there.
Put some squirrel traps up and
Yeah,
I hear.
they're like really cute though, and I don't want to kill them. I just want them to leave. I want to evict them. I don't want to kill them.
Rat. Pigeons.
Yeah, they are a rat, but they're really cute.
Yeah, they're cute. I like the red one.
Yeah, these are
Beautiful.
little American flying squirrels. They're only about that big, but they got huge eyes. They look more like a weird mouse than they do a squirrel. They have the big, fluffy squirrel tail, but
Yeah, I
we'll
like
see.
animals.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't have to kill it, I will if it comes down to it. Don't get me wrong, because I am
Oh
not
yeah,
cleaning up squirrel poop every damn day. It's just not happening.
there are only
You
two
know?
reasons I kill an animal: to eat it, or if it's a pest,
Yeah,
like a mouse, or something
like
like this. I wouldn't kill an animal only because even we have some badgers running around in my neighborhood and attacking stuff, etc. I wouldn't kill it only because it's eating a few chicken eggs, you know.
yeah. Well, they're good because they eat pests and bugs and beetles and crap, don't they? Don't badgers eat all the little insects too?
Yeah, yeah. The other
That's what-
night, like 2 weeks ago, I had a badger fight outside with a cat, I think it was. I mean, there was a screaming and rattling in the bushes, and they make this awful sound, almost like a child cry.
yeah.
It sounds
Well, we
like.
have Fisher cats, very similar. It's a weasel. It's not really the same as a badger, but they have the same scream. It's like a child screaming in terror. It's the weirdest sound. It's very disturbing to listen to it scream.
Yeah, I thought it's
They're
called
just
police at first.
weasels. They're about that long.
So,
They're cute too, but man, they're nasty. But I
oh
won't
yeah,
kill
that's
it. We got possums here, and people whine that they're in the garbage. It's like, here's an idea: frickin' tie down your garbage can or put the frickin' lid on it.
exactly.
What's up, Ryan? It's like, yes, we have bears here too now. They're starting to come back. I mean, they're rare, but we get an occasional bear sightings, and there's people on the northern end of town that are getting regular. The bears are getting in the garbage. Put the lid on. Keep it in something. Put a
Yeah,
butt
but with
cord
bears,
over.
they can literally open up a car door. They can rip it
Yeah, no,
out.
these are little black bears. They're not like big bears.
Oh,
We get little, they're like a big dog size.
black bears are good eating.
Huh?
Black bears are good eating.
Yes,
I
they
hear.
are. I've had black bear before, and they are good eating. We made
I
black
like
bear
I like
stew,
animals who are
bear
good to
steak.
eat.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't let my
Oh,
girlfriend hear that.
I like me some beef. I like venison too.
Oh
Once in a
yeah.
while.
Oh, my mouth is already drooling. Like I'm like, damn, nice piece of steak or something. Yeah, right now would be nice. Philly cheesesteak.
Gonna make a riffle out of it, whatever that is. But yeah, it's there's pesky animals around here, and yes, they can be pests, but they're not. So take a precaution when you put the garbage out, or don't put the garbage out. 2 days ahead of time, or have a proper place for it.
Exactly.
Don't just like leave the can outside and expect the critters not to get into it because they're
No,
gonna.
what you do is you put a pile of food in the middle of the road, and then you wait with your rifle somewhere, and if
Yeah,
somebody comes along, you just shoot him away. You know, that's how my grandpa, I think, used to do it in Germany. I mean, before the Second World War, people were allowed to have guns, I think.
yeah,
And he told me that his grandfather used to put stuff in the middle of the road or in the middle where food was laying around. He would put more food out purposely, wait till the animal come and shoot them. So he literally
yeah,
wait there for hours. He or what he was doing there, sitting there with a beer and just waiting till they come.
yeah. See again, it's kind of wrong, but if you're going to eat the animal, I'm fine with that. If you're just shooting it to shoot the thing, no.
No, if it's a pest, because he was a farmer.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I mean, he used to
again,
go
if you don't,
hang
if
out
there's
in
an
front of the
alternative,
chicken shed and wait till the fox comes and shoot the fox.
yeah.
Because one of the foxes actually made one of the dogs pregnant, and I had one of the. Well, my mom took one of the puppies and gave it for me for Christmas. I can remember that. So
Yeah, the
that
foxes
was
here
really
play with the
interesting.
dogs. 'Cause we got a couple of red foxes out in the yard, and they are healthy. It used to be always like 10 years ago we had them. I don't know how long they live, but I don't know if it's the same ones or different ones. But they used to be kind of scrawny, and now they're like freaking fluffy and healthy and good sized. And I got to put one of those stupid, wildlife cams outside. There's all kinds of wildlife going through my yard on a daily basis. You'll get a kick out of this. About
What?
6 o'clock in the morning, every morning, the deer go through my yard. They come from over in the neighbor's yard somewhere. I don't know where they're actually living, but for some reason they walk through the yard almost every year, every day, about 6:30. And there's 4 or 5 of them in a group.
Cool.
And there was one day I'm out there because I usually go just as I'm getting the newspaper from my mother because she still reads the newspaper. Imagine that. One of the few people left in the world. And I was out there, and the deer are going by, and it's like every day, so that, they startle a little bit when I go out, but they don't run away from me anymore. As long as I don't try and approach them, they're on the other side of the yard. They don't bolt or anything when I go out there. There was this fox that spotted them, like over in the other lot, and he comes tearing over. So the deer scatter, and they run like 100 yards, and then they stop and look back. And I swear to God, they were teasing this poor fox because the fox was trotting up on him. He'd get within, a couple of feet, 10 feet, whatever. They'd run off, wait. He'd catch up to them. They'd run off, wait. He'd catch up to them. They did this all the way around the lot, all the way across the stream and across the swamp and up the other side. I was like, them deer are teasing that poor fox. For one, that fox is not taking down a deer. That's just way too big an animal. I don't know why the fox is after the deer. He must have been really hungry. They see him chasing squirrels and chipmunks and mice all the time. Yeah, I don't like killing animals if I don't have to.
No, me not either. Only for food reasons.
Yeah. I have come down to killing mice in the house because I don't like the mouse in the house and I can't get them out of here
Me
otherwise.
not
So
either.
I put mouse traps out and that's that. And I can't do that humane thing because if you throw them outside, they come right back in anyways.
Exactly. Or start multiplying.
Yep. And I don't want them in the house at all. I got to seal off the base of the house. I know where they're coming in. I just got to get out there and find a way to seal it off because the foundation was chipped there and they're getting in underneath where the foundation and the plate meets. You can see where they're going in because they got it all chewed out on the plate now. So anyway.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go in a minute. I'm getting tired myself.
Been going an hour. No one else seems to want to hang out, so they're all probably
sorry. Probably because I'm here now. I'm the foreigner, so
no. We probably have 5 more people because you're here.
Really?
Nobody wants to listen to me babble for an hour. Are you kidding me?
No. I mean, not either. I don't think so.
Anyway,
I can talk till the cows come home sometimes.
It's going, Serge. It's going. I'm cleaning the whole thing because the freaking CNC machine's not here yet. So I'm just not even doing the area I was going to put it. I'm doing the whole damn garage. I'm literally taking a leaf blower to it and blowing the crap out the door. Not kidding. Took a leaf blower to it today. not for the first time. I've done it before. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna kill it. It's been an hour. Nobody else wants to come hang out.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. It's been real. We hung out for an hour. Y'all have
Thank
a good
you.
Friday night.
You too.
Laters. And we're